Fu Hao pointed the laser at the pretty girl's ass and said if anyone dares to take a picture of her, he will give her $500. Harry, who was so poor that he fell, immediately got up and gave him a big hand. Then the few people quickly ran out of the bar truck to play a more exciting money game. Unexpectedly, the bar security caught up with the question of not having time to get in the car. $500 if you hit him first. After hearing Fu Hao's words, Kevin didn't even think about it and just hit him with a punch. However, just as Fu Hao and Harley cheered for this, Kevin was knocked out by the security guard. When he woke up again, he found himself lying on the sofa of Fu Hao's house. And he also touched Fu Hao's line of 1,000 yuan in his pocket. When he walked out of the room, he saw a woman lying on the other side in a seductive posture. And the good brother Harley seemed to have a good chat with Fu Hao. At this time, Fu Hao asked his seductive wife to deal with Kevin's injury. The gentle technique plus the beautiful face instantly made Kevin fall into a deep sleep. And Harley followed Fu Hao into the room to get the game props. But when he saw a large amount of cash in the safe box, the poor Harley immediately became timid. In order not to let Fu Hao notice, he could only use a big smile to hide himself. After coming out, he quietly said in Fu Hao's ear that he wanted to make up for his good brother. So Fu Hao brought them to the balcony outside. But when Kevin was shocked to hear Fu Hao talk about the next game rules, Harley took advantage of his absence and peed on Kevin's shoes. Angry, Kevin rushed into the bathroom to clean, and Harley also pretended to apologize and entered the bathroom with him and deliberately locked the door. It turned out that he deliberately brought his good brother to the toilet. His purpose was to tell him that he was a good brother, and told Kevin his own plan. I'm going to rob him. This fucking idiot has got his safe for cash in his office. I'm going to take it. But Kevin, who has always been like a teacher, doesn't dare to do this kind of thing at all. Harley was bold enough to remind him, don't forget that you just got fired today and you still owe a few months of rent. And now the rich man has sucked a lot of flour. So even if they robbed the rich man, they wouldn't call the police. After Harley's persuasion, Kevin agreed to his plan. It is unknown that high-end hunters often appear in the form of prey. After coming out, Harley took the rich man with a dagger first, and Kevin controlled Lisa, the wife of the rich man. They first asked for the password of the safe. Then Kevin entered the room to open the safe and put all the money in the box. After they got the money, they were ready to drive the rich man's car away, but when Harley was about to get the key, she was stunned. She suddenly found that the rich man was actually a three-way champion. Fucking cool it! I just want to say this was not my idea. He came up with the idea. I told him it was a bad idea. However, what they did not expect was that Fu Hao not only did not blame them, but also let them go, and claimed that the $500,000 in the safe box was originally intended to be given to them. Fu Hao said that today was the birthday of his girlfriend Lisa, so he would let the two strangers come home to play games to make his girlfriend happy. It is clear that the relationship between Fu Hao and his girlfriend is very good. The two listened to Fu Hao's words and came in at once, and the first round of the game is very simple. That is to see who the two brothers will hold back for a longer time to get $1,000. The more the game goes on, the higher the prize money will naturally be. But at this time, Kevin suddenly received a call from his wife, urging her to hurry home. Fu Hao was shocked and said that he would immediately hang up the phone for $300. Kevin heard this and hung up immediately. At this time, Harley's holding back time was 2 minutes. Next, it's Kevin's turn. As long as he holds back longer than Harley, even if he is a winner. For Kevin, who is poor and poor, it is much easier for him to earn money than he is to beat Ross. So even if he holds back, his face is red and his neck is thick. He has to surpass Harley. However, just as he was about to surpass, Harley suddenly hit him with a punch. But I didn't expect that Fu Hao still gave Harley the money. Kevin resisted at the time and said that how can Harley cheat to win? But Fu Hao said that the game without rules is the most exciting. Then the second round of the game began. Fu Hao brought the two of them to the garden and ended the fight on the paper. The two thought that the second round of the game was to eat this toy, but Fu Hao said that it was pulled by his neighbor's dog. In order to take revenge on his neighbor, he asked the two of them to go to the neighbor's house and pull one. Whoever finishes first will get $2,000 and take a picture as evidence. Kevin, who only wanted to make money, promised without thinking, and Harley, who was not willing to give up, followed after him. But he said to Kevin that he would squat in prison if he broke into a famous house. After all, he has a wife and children to take care of at home, and he is a person who eats well and is not hungry at home. Harley thought that he could get rid of Kevin because of this, but I didn't expect that Kevin would get up directly. The two of them rushed over, and soon the two of them entered the neighbour's house and began to pull hard. But what was embarrassing was that no matter how hard Harley tried, he could not pull it out, and Kevin soon completed the task. He dared to take a picture with his cell phone and turned around and ran away. When he left, he did not forget to take revenge on Harley. Good luck, man. Kevin's blessing immediately woke up the sleeping girl. When Harley responded, the girl was standing at the door. Scared him to the point of running away. I didn't expect him to be in the yard. I saw the dog that Fu Hao was talking about, just when Kevin was taking a picture for Fu Hao to examine. Harley ran back with the dog, and he claimed that as long as Fu Hao was willing to pay $5,000, then he immediately killed the criminal. Who knows Fu Hao, but he took away the knife in his hand and said he wouldn't allow him to be so cruel. Then he gave him the $2,000 he had agreed on, although Harley was very upset in his heart, but also helpless. At this time, Fu Hao paid $300 again. Let them pour a glass of wine for themselves. Kevin took the lead, but Harley pushed him to the ground. Apparently, he managed to grab the chance to cut the money this time, but at this time, Lisa not only comforted Kevin, also gave him a massage to relax. More surprisingly, he also proposed to have a deep conversation with Kevin. Harley was stunned when he heard this. How did all the good things fall on him? I thought Fu Hao would be very angry because of this, but I didn't expect him to not only be angry, but also pay $2,000. But Kevin is still holding on to the last dignity of a man who would have thought that Fu Hao would pay $5,000 again at this time. But Kevin still hesitated and refused to agree. Harley was in a hurry. Said, I don't want money, but Lisa just wanted Kevin. So Fu Hao added up to $8,000. In the end, Kevin let go of his dignity. He chose to give up his life. After that, the two of them went downstairs for dinner. And at this time, Kevin also felt that he had earned enough to solve the current problem. He knew he was content and chose to leave. So the rest of the $200,000 was Harley's. But when Lisa found out that Kevin was gone, he was not happy for a moment. But Harley urged them to hurry up and play the next round of the game. And Fu Hao, in order to ease his wife's mood, he actually paid $25,000 to let Harley cut off his finger. However, when Harley hesitated, Kevin suddenly came back. Lisa finally showed her a smile. I'll cut my pinky off for $23,000. And if you say another fucking word, I will knock you out. I said, shut your fucking mouth. 18. $15,000. Are you fucking crazy, man? You're going to cut off your pinky for $15,000? It's not like it's gone forever. Even if it cost me $6,000 to sew it back on, that's still $9,000 more than when I woke up this morning. Seeing him so crazy, Harley also continued to retreat from the fight. Fu Hao hurriedly cleaned up the table and put Kevin's finger on the table. He used his own fear of blood as a reason for Harley to fight. This made Harley, who was finally brought to revenge, happy. He caught Kevin without hesitation and locked him down. Unexpectedly, Kevin shrugged his fingers at the critical moment. He said he wasn't ready and needed to adjust his breathing again. However, when he was talking to Fu Hao, Harley was directly knocked down by a knife. The speed was fast, and even Kevin's sense of pain did not react. He was in pain for a long time before he felt the pain in his heart. The intense pain made him shout and run around in the house. But he was run by Harley and put him on the sofa. In order to prevent him from losing too much blood, Fu Hao took a good warm bath and burned it directly towards the wound. At this time, the whole house was filled with the smell of barbecue. It stopped until the cut was not bleeding anymore, and Fu Hao also fulfilled his promise to give him $15,000.